So due to numerous requests, I'm going to do a fantasy draft rebuilding video. And here we go. I'm picking my team. I'm going Raptors, of course. My hometown Raptors. Pretty much going to keep all the same settings. Let's go. Let's do this. And I have the #1 pick in the draft. Who do I pick? Do you go with LeBron James? Do you go with the best player in the game right now? Or there's Steph Curry, the best up-and-coming star in the game, as well as Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Like, the list, there's no wrong pick here, but it all depends on what team you want. And in the end, I'm going to pick Anthony Davis. He is 91 overall, only 22 years old, going to get better over time, and he is the centerpiece of our franchise here. As the Grizzlies take LeBron James, Steph Curry goes to the Celtics, Kevin Durant goes to the Clippers, Harden to the Wizards, Westbrook goes to the Nets, Chris Paul goes to the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving goes to the Suns, Blake Griffin goes to the Hawks, Andre Drummond goes to the Pacers, John Wall goes to the Pistons, Damian Lillard goes to the Warriors, DeMarcus Cousins goes to the Nuggets, Kawhi Leonard to the Bulls, Paul George to the Sixers, LaMarcus Aldridge to the Spurs, Carmelo Anthony goes to the Lakers, Dwayne Wade goes to the Knicks, Bradley Beal goes to the Pelicans, the Rockets get Klay Thompson, the Bucks actually draft Giannis, that's pretty funny, the Trailblazers draft Paul Gasol. Right after him, Marc Gasol gets drafted to the Timberwolves, Wiggins goes to the Thunder, Butler goes to the Heat, Magic get Kevin Love, Okafor gets drafted in the first round pretty high, goes to the Kings, Towns gets drafted right after him, goes to the Jazz, Vucevic to the Hornets, and actually the Mavericks draft Dirk Nowitzki. That's awesome. God, that's great. The Mavericks also draft DeMar DeRozan, the Hornets get Conley, Duncan to the Jazz, Kings get Bledsoe, Magic actually draft Dwight Howard. That's crazy. The Heat get Gordon Hayward. Thunder get Jeff Teague. Timberwolves get Rudy Gay. Trailblazers get Al Horford. The Bucks get Derek Favors. Rockets get DeAndre Jordan. The Pelicans get Zach Randolph. Knicks get Al Jefferson. Lakers get Chris Bosh. The Spurs get Isaiah Thomas. Paul Millsap goes to the 76ers. Greg Monroe goes to the Bulls. Oladipo goes to the Denver Nuggets. The Warriors draft Jonas Valanciunas. The Pistons draft Brook Lopez. The Pacers get Derrick Rose. Kyle Lowry goes to the Hawks. Enes Kanter goes to the Suns. Cavaliers get Rudy Gobert. The Nuts get Hassan Whiteside. Wizards get Brandon Knight. Tony Parker goes to the Clippers. CJ McCollum, well, he got drafted pretty high. He goes to the Celtics, and it's our pick in the second round here. Who should we take? We got Draymond Green on the board, the highest rated overall remaining in this draft. Should I go Kobe? I'm not going to go Kobe. He is up there in age, 36 years old. Nothing I really want to pick right here. Nobody I want to draft. So, I do need a point guard, though. Kemba Walker is an appetizing piece right there. It's between Reggie Jackson or Kemba Walker. I don't know who to pick here. I think Kemba Walker is I'm leaning towards Kemba Walker. And I indeed draft Kemba as our point guard. And since we have back-to-back picks, I'm probably going to go after a center here. I don't want to Draymond Green. I already have my power forward and Anthony Davis. So I'm probably going to go draft a center here, because there's nothing here. Actually, Tobias Harris ain't bad. I might actually draft Tobias Harris. Because Kenneth Faried is out there still. But I do want a center. There's Chandler, Noah, Bogut, Pekovic, Gortat, Hibbert, Mozgov. Nothing really great. But then I see Nerlens Noel still out there at 77 overall, 21 years old. Not too far from the 82 overall. So anyways, not that far of a drop-off if I draft Nerlens Noel. There's still Reggie Jackson and Baca, but I'm going to go after Nerlens Noel. I'm taking him as my franchise center. And the Grizzlies, right after me, get Kristaps Porzingis. The Celtics draft Draymond Green. Clippers get Serge Ibaka. The Wizards draft Jabari Parker. The Nets get Tobias Harris. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist goes to the Cavaliers. Lou Will goes to the Suns. The Hawks take Harrison Barnes. Chris Middleton goes to the Pacers. The Pistons draft Kyle Korver. The Warriors get Monta Ellis. D'Angelo Russell goes to the Nuggets. Reggie Jackson goes to the Bulls. Kobe goes back home and gets drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers. The Spurs get J.J. Redick. Lakers get Jennings. Paul Pierce goes to the Knicks. Joel Embiid goes to the Pelicans. Julius Randle goes to Houston. The Bucks get Jared Sullinger. The Trailblazers get Jamal Crawford. Markieff Morris goes to the Timberwolves. Justice Winslow goes to the Thunder. The Heat get Kenneth Faried. Magic get Chandler Parsons. Yusuf Nurkic goes to the Kings. The Jazz get Emmanuel Mudiay. Dennis Schroeder goes to Charlotte. And the Mavericks take Luol Deng. Now going to the fourth round here. Oh boy. Alfred Payton goes to Dallas. Miles Turner goes to the Hornets. Jazz take Amari Stoudemire. The Kings get Jordan Clarkson. The Magic get Holiday. The Heat get Miles Plumlee. Or is that Mason Plumlee? I didn't see. Whatever. Anyways, Thunder get MCW. Darren Collison goes to the T-Wolves. Trailblazers get Kevin Martin. Stanley Johnson goes to the Bucks. Aaron Gordon goes to the Rockets. The Pellies get Zeller. Goran Dragic goes to the Knicks. Manu Ginobili goes to the Lakers. Jay Crowder goes to the Spurs. Tyson Chandler to the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bulls get Wesley Matthews. Nuggets get Mirotic. The Warriors get Thompson, but Tristan Thompson. The Pistons get Matajunas. Azonja goes to the Pacers. Alec Burks to the Hawks. The Suns get Zach LaVine. Cavaliers get Steven Adams. David West goes to the Nets. TJ Warren goes to the Wizards. The Clippers get Gerald Green. The Celtics get Jeff Green. That's crazy. Okay, now it's our pick on the clock. DeMar Carroll is the best name on the board left right now. Rubio is actually a juicy pick right there, but I already have my point guard in Kemba Walker. I don't know who to pick here. I do need a shooting guard or a small forward. I do have back-to-back picks, so I can fill in those two roster spots. So, there's Danny Green, Bradley, Eric Gordon, Tony Allen. Who should I pick? I don't want any of these point guards are horrible. DeMar Carroll's still there. I'm leaning towards taking him at my small forward. DeMar Carroll and Eric Gordon. I'm probably going to pick these two guys here, but let's see. I go after Eric Gordon. My next pick. Who should I take? DeMar Carroll still there. Tony Allen, if I want a nice defender. It's between Iguodala, Batum, and Carroll. And I'm probably going to take DeMar Carroll here. Batum is a nice defender as well. He can guard pretty much any position. I don't want George Hill, but in the end, I take DeMar Carroll. Shabazz Muhammad gets drafted before. Okay, here we go. So, Noah Vonleh gets drafted to the Grizzlies. Maurice Spates, why would you do... Never mind, why would you get Maurice Spates? Goes to the Celtics. Avery Bradley to the Clippers. The Wizards get Booker. J.R. Smith goes to the Nets. Marcus Smart to the Cavaliers. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, great name, goes to the Suns. The Hawks pick up Darren Williams. Dante Exum goes to the Pacers. Iman Shumpert to the Pistons. Hill to the Warriors. Will Barton to the Nuggets. Ricky Rubio goes to the Bulls. He dropped quite a bit. Mo Williams to the 76ers. Covington to the Spurs. Mozgov to the Lakers. Thad Young to the Knicks. Tony Wroten to the Pelicans. Tim Hardaway Jr. to the Rockets. McLemore to the Bucks. Trey Lyles to the Trailblazers. He got drafted pretty high. Jones to the T-Wolves. Jeremy Lamb to the Thunder. Ty Lawson dropped quite a bit. He goes to the Heat. What a steal at that 5th round. Crazy. Green to the Magic. Stokes to the Kings. Jazz get Rodney Stuckey. Hornets get Rodney Hood. Mavericks get Josh Smith. In round number 6, they get Anderson. The Hornets get Kelly Oubre Jr. Jazz get Thornton. Kings get Bob Portis. Tony Allen goes to the Magic. Thomas Robinson to the Heat. Willie Cauley-Stein to the Thunder. Cameron Payne goes to the T-Wolves. Rondo goes to Portland. Milwaukee picks up Dion Waiters. Jeremy Lin goes to the Rockets. Are you kidding me? Corey Joseph to the New Orleans Pelicans. The Knicks draft Aaron Brooks. Gorgie Dieng goes to the Lakers. Trey Burke goes to the Spurs. Bino Udre, he's still playing, goes to the Sixers. Bulls get Andrea Bargnani. Cody Zeller goes to the Nuggets. Frank Kaminsky was still out there. Oh, geez, he goes to the Warriors. Patrick Patterson to the Pistons. See, that's 3 times fast. Ed Davis goes to the Pacers. Hawks get T-Ross. Suns get Olenek. The Cavaliers draft Ryan Anderson. Brendan Bass to the Nets. Amir Johnson goes to Washington. Marcin Gortat to the Clippers. Mitch McGarry goes to the Celtics. And that's our pick on the clock here. Who is left? Pretty much the same guys as I wanted to draft last round. Same guys from last round. Just an ugly bunch of players here. I'm going way down the list here to see who is still available. I see Lance Stevenson there. I might take him later on. Who knows? Ray Allen's out there still, but he is 39 years old. No chance of taking him. So, I see Joakim Noah there, and I might just take him. Wilson Chandler, Bogut, Roy Hibbert, Batum, Iguodala, Ariza, Nene. And I'm going to go with Joakim Noah, a great backup center for Nerlens Noel. 2 beast centers we have down low. That's pretty scary, along with Anthony Davis. And so then after I pick him, I also go with... Sorry, okay, yeah, I go with Batum as my backup small forward to back up DeMar Carroll, and we have 2 nice small forwards and centers. So Muscala goes to the Grizzlies, OJ Mayo to the Celtics, Patty Mills to the Clippers, Nene to the Wizards, really, back to the Wizards. Nets get Barbosa, Cavaliers get Hollis Jefferson, the Suns get Iggy, the Hawks get Myers Leonard, Pacers get Len, Pistons get Anderson, Ariza goes to the Wizards, Porter goes to the Nuggets, Jordan Hill goes to the Bulls, Chris Kaman to the Sixers, Festus Ezeli goes to the Spurs, Ray Allen goes to the Lakers, Knicks get Joe Johnson, Solomon Hill goes to the Pelicans, Marcus Morris goes to the Rockets, the Bucks get Isaiah Cannon, the Trailblazers get Wilson Chandler, Tony Snell to the Timberwolves, Clint Capella goes to the Thunder, Larry Sanders gets drafted by the Heat, James Johnson to the Magic, Jordan Adams to the Kings, the Jazz get Anthony Morrow, Evan Fournier goes to the Hornets, Patrick Beverly gets drafted by the Dallas Mavericks. He got drafted late. He dropped quite a bit. Here we go, going to round number 8. The Mavericks draft Tiago Splitter. Sam Decker goes to the Hornets. Danilo Gallinari goes to the Jazz. The Kings get Lance Stevenson. The Magic get Galloway. Heat pick up Austin Rivers. The Thunder get Cliff Alexander. The T-Wolves get Leach. Evan Turner goes to the Blazers. Bismack Biyombo goes to the Bucks. Johnson to the Rockets. Pelicans get Levine, I can't say his name properly. Booker goes to the Knicks. Jared Dudley to the Lakers. Bogut to the Spurs. Aflalo to the Philadelphia 76ers. Robin Lopez to the Bulls. JJ Barea goes to Denver Warriors. Pick up Tyler Johnson. Corey Brewer drafted by the Detroit Pistons. PJ Hairston to the Pacers. Andre Blatch to the Hawks. PJ Tucker gets drafted by his team, the Suns. Montrezl Harrell goes to the Cavaliers. Roy Hibbert to the Nets. The Wizards get Jarrett Jack. Clippers draft Luis Scola. Tayshaun Prince goes to the Celtics. And we are on the clock. Look at this list right here. A bunch of old people here. Old guys, 28 to 32 years old. Not the exact list I wanted to see. Not the players I wanted to draft. This is more your role players, your bench players, your depth. So a veteran wouldn't be just a bad idea here. Coming off the bench, put in some minutes, put in some work when the starters go to rest. So I'm looking at a point guard to back up Kemba Walker. Or I don't need a center. But I see Taj Gibson there. We need someone to back up Anthony Davis. I don't have a power forward, as you can see, beyond Anthony Davis. So I'm going to need someone to back him up. And what better guy? I got to think Mark Carroll, Batum, okay, Kemba Walker, Eric Gordon, okay. So what better guy to back up Anthony Davis than Taj Gibson? That's a nice pick for us. And we have the next pick right after that. So we got a backup power forward. Sorry I can't speak today. So now we need a shooting guard. looking at shooting guards here. A pretty ugly bunch of shooting guards. I don't want Verjao. I don't want Ashik. I don't want Kevin Garnett, or David Lee, or Carlos Boozer, or Boris Diaw. These guys are way past their prime. They didn't really have, okay, especially, never mind. Verjao didn't really have much of a prime. Kent Bazemore, should I get him? Maybe not. But I see Andre Roberson. I'm gonna go after him. A young, nice shooting guard who can who can develop nicely over a few seasons here. So right after me, the Grizzlies. Oh, I can't speak English today. Get Jones. Matthew Dellavedova goes to the Celtics. Verjao to the Clippers. The Wizards get John Henson. Al-Farouq Aminu goes to the Nets. The Cavaliers get Goodwin. The Suns get Looney. The Hawks get Gary Neal. Pacers get Doug McDermott. The Pistons get Kevin Finn. And the Warriors actually draft David Lee. That's crazy. The Bulls get Blazemore. Oh, I missed one. Bright goes to the Nuggets. Blazemore. Yeah, fine. Blazemore to the Bulls. DL to the Sixers. Holiday to the Spurs. Miller to the Lakers. J.J. Hickson to the Knicks. Jerry and Grant to the Pelicans. Shane Larkin to the Rockets. Ajinsa to the Bucks. Omar Ashik to the Trailblazers. Cole Aldrich to the Timberwolves. Jordan Mickey, I don't know who you are, to the Thunder. Nick Young goes to the Heat. He dropped quite a bit, as well as Mike Scott. Derek Williams is still out there. He went back to the Kings. Charlie Villanueva went to the Jazz. Christian Wood got drafted pretty high. He went to the Hornets. Gerald Henderson got bumped way down there. Okay, going on to round number 10. Kyle Quinn goes to the Mavericks. Carlos Boozer goes to the Hornets. Grant goes to the Jazz. Brown goes to the Kings. Demon goes back to the Magic. Richie Vaughn to the Heat. Jody Meeks to the Thunder. Nick Stauskas to the Timberwolves. Shabazz Napier to the Blazers. McCollum to the Bucks. Powell to the Rockets. Hollis Thompson to the Pellies. James Anderson to the Knicks. Kevin Garnett goes to the Lakers. Tyler Hansbrough to the San Antonio Spurs. Thabo Sefolosha to the Sixers. The Bulls get Jefferson. Nuggets draft Sergei Karasev. Darun Hillard II goes to the Warriors. Donald Sloan gets drafted by the Pistons. Carl Landry goes to the Pacers. The Hawks get John Lure. Chris McCullough goes to the Suns. RJ Hunter to the Cavaliers. DJ Augustine to the Nets. Perkins goes to the Warriors. Clippers get Caron Butler. Jokic goes to the Celtics, and we are on the clock once again. Now, I believe here I'm looking for a backup point guard. We have pretty much every other position filled, except our backup point guard. To back up Kemba Walker. I see Sean Livingston out there. I might pick him up. I don't want Jermaine O'Neal or Samuel Dallenberg or Rasul Butler, Matt Barnes. All these guys are way up there in age. Vince Carter's out there, but I don't want him. He backstabbed Toronto, so I don't want him on my team. Emeka Okafor is still out there. Remember him? Wow. Kirilenko? No. Will Bynum? Nah. So I see CJ Watson out there. He's pretty high, rated 74, but I don't know if I'm going to take him or not. I like Ersan Ilyasova. I see him there as well. I might pick... It's between Livingston, CJ Watson, and Ilyasova. And I'm going to go with CJ Watson, our backup point guard. So now... We got Davis, Walker, Carroll, Noah, Gordon, Batum, Noel, Gibson, Watson, and Roberson. So now I'm just pretty much filling up the spots in the roster, the lineup. Pretty much going to take the best remaining players on the board. I'm not taking Devin Harris, that's for damn sure. I do like Ersan Ilyasova in this spot, so I might just draft him. Because look at the other players I can choose from. Nothing really out there. Look at this. Calderon? No chance. So I'm taking Ersan Ilyasova. Decent player off the bench. And here we go, round number 11. Devin Harris goes to the Grizzlies. Allen to the Celtics. Sims goes where? I didn't catch that. Sims goes to the Clippers. Mack to the Wizards. Russell Butler goes to the Nets. KJ McDaniels to the Cavaliers. McNaughton goes to the Suns. Hawks get Caspi. Pacers get Wright. McConnell goes to the Pistons. Warriors get Anthony Bennett. Nuggets get Jerry Bayless. Itwan Moore goes to the Bulls. Norris Cole to the Sixers. Spurs get Babbitt. I don't know why. Garrett Temple goes to the Lakers. Brian Roberts to the Knicks. Terry Rozier goes to the Pelicans. Delon Wright to the Rockets. Glenn Robinson III goes to the Milwaukee Bucks. Raul Neto goes to the Trailblazers. James Young to the Minnesota Timberwolves. JaVale McGee goes to the Thunder. James Ennis gets drafted by his team, the Heat. Ian Mahinmi goes to the Orlando Magic. Rashawn Holmes gets drafted by the Kings. Ramon Sessions to the Jazz. Spencer Dinwiddie goes to the Charlotte Hornets. Mavericks pick up Joseph Young. And we're in round number 12, the second last round. Mavericks also pick up Plumlee. Powell goes to the Hornets. Patterson goes to the Jazz. Tariq Black to the Kings. One sec here, guys. Yes, Gary Harris to the Magic. Pierre Jackson, he's still out there. Wow, he goes to the Heat. Perry Jones to the Thunder. Jefferson to the Timberwolves. Harrison to the Blazers. Martin to the Bucks. Randy Foye to the Rockets. Smith to the Pelicans. Emeka Okafor gets drafted to the Knicks. Jason Terry goes to the Lakers. Ish Smith to the Spurs. Jermaine O'Neal actually got drafted. He went to Philadelphia. Vince Carter got drafted by the Bulls. Lucas Nogueira goes to the Nuggets. Jakar Sampson to the Warriors. Mike Dunleavy was still out there. He goes to the Pistons. James Michael McAdoo goes to the Pacers. Marco Bellinelli goes to the Hawks. Chris Humphries to the Suns. Samuel Delamere to the Cavaliers. Sean Livingston, he goes to the Nets. Zaza Pachulia went to the Wizards. Danny Granger got drafted by LA Clippers. Jason Richardson, yes, people still want him. He went to the Celtics. And now it's our pick. Our two picks are back-to-back here, so who is still out there? I don't want Sean Marion back on my team, no chance. I see Mario Chalmers there. I might go for a point guard once again. But I don't want Mario Chalmers. There is really no one out there. You guys might think I might waste this pick here, but I might just take Andrew Bynum or Steve Nash, or take both of them. Yes, you heard me correct, because look what's left, people. Absolutely horrendous players. This is absolute garbage. I don't want any of these players. Look at this. The list goes on and on. I can't find anyone I actually want to go out and draft. How far down this list do I have to go? Unbelievable. So I'm going to go pick up. I'm going to go draft Stephen John Nash, Kid Canada. And here is our last pick in this draft. And I'm going to go after who? Daryl Arthur? No. Josh McRoberts? No. I'm going after Mr. Andrew Bynum is my last pick in this draft. Yes, you guys just saw that happen. And here we go into the final round. You guys can blast me in the comments if you want with those two picks. I don't care. I'm going to develop Bynum, and Steve Nash will retire at the end of the year anyways. So here we go. Kufos went to the Grizzlies. Powell went to the Hornets. Okay, that's my last round. Kalisas goes to the Celtics. Chalmers to the Clippers. Earthy to the Wizards. Evans to the Nets. Ennis to the Cavs. Frazier to the Suns. Repko to the Hawks. Withley to the Pacers. Payne to the Pistons. CJ Miles to the Warriors. Quincy Pondexter to the Nuggets. Nick Collison to the Bulls. Wayne Ellington to the 76ers. Ben Gordon to the Spurs. Daryl Arthur to the Lakers. Marvin Williams to the Knicks. Alonzo G to the Pelicans. Jeremy Evans went to the Rockets. The Bucks picked up Markel Brown. The Trailblazers drafted Louis Anderson. Luis Amundsen. Anyways, T-Wolves got Jose Calderon. Thunder got Nick Johnson. He got Ryan Hollins. Magic picked up Nate Walters. Maurice Harkless went to the Sacramento Kings. Kyle Singler went to the Jazz. Cristo Felicio, never heard of you, went to the Hornets. And that's pretty much it. Matt Barnes went to the Dallas Mavericks. He was the last pick in the draft. Unbelievable. So let's see. Here we go. Download the draft class. Do what you got to do here. 2016 draft class. Okay, let's go see where we rank in the preseason rankings. I want to see how I did in this draft. Where the experts thought how I did here. Let's go check it out. Okay, that's wrong. There we go. Okay, preseason rankings. Here we go. So 2K Sports has us at 13th. Okay. Raptor, okay, Mark Spears on the 5th, and NBA.com has us at 13th. Let's go see the top 3 picks they had. The Celtics. Okay, here's my starting 5. Sorry, guys. Kemba Walker, Eric Gordon, DeMar Carroll, Anthony Davis, Joakim Noah, with Nerlens Noel, Batum, Gibson, CJ Watson, Ilyasova, Roberson, Nash, and Bynum off the bench. Here we go. Free agency. Free agents. Nobody's out there. Chris Anderson, who looks scary as hell, is a free agent still there. Here we go. So the Clippers and Celtics and the Warriors were the top 3 picks in these preseason draft. The preseason rankings. So let's go see who they have on those teams. So the Clippers, they got Parker, Joe Green, Kevin Durant, and Ibaka. Okay. Gortat, Bradley, Verajao, Luis, Scola. Their team ain't too bad, but I say our team is better for sure. Like, please. Celtics got Steph Curry, McCollum, Jeff Green, Danny Green, Draymond Green, Maurice Bates. Their team is horrible. They just got Steph Curry. That's pretty much it. I don't know what they're smoking over there, but okay, let's go to the Warriors. Who they have? Dame Lillard, Monta Ellis, Trevor Ariza, Tristan Thompson, Valanciunas, Frank Kaminsky, holy, George Hill, David Lee. Their team is pretty decent. I agree with that. Okay, here we go. So let's go into our first season here. Let's go submit the entire season. But before I do that, sorry guys, let's go see my player contracts. We're $35 million over the cap, but we do have 3 expiring contracts, 3 big ones. Gordon, Noah, and Batum. We got DeMar Carroll locked up for a few years. Davis is locked up. Kemba Walker is locked up. So our financial situation ain't too bad because we have a lot nice expiring contracts there. So here we go. Like I said, submit the entire season. Let's see how we do in our first year with this fantasy draft, and I'll see you guys at the season awards. So Russell Westbrook of the Brooklyn Nets gets your MVP with 27, 8, and 10, almost 3 steals. Jahlil Okafor of the Kings gets Rookie of the Year. 6th Man of the Year goes to Michael Carter Williams of the Thunder with 14, 6, and 7. DeAndre Jordan with 12, 14, and 3 blocks of the Pacers gets Defensive Player of the Year. And Dante Exum of the Pacers as well gets Most Improved Player with 11, 1, and 6. Dwayne Casey, our Dwayne Casey, gets Coach of the Year. We went 60 and 22. Unbelievable, people. I couldn't believe how well we did this season. Let's go see how our season went. Of course, Davis led the way with 20, 10, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. Kemba Walker had 19, 4, 7 assists, 2 steals. Nicholas Batum had 16, 5.5, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Eric Gordon had 14, 2, 5, 2 steals. DeMar Carroll had 10, 5, 1, and 1 steal. Joakim Noah had 9 points, 10 boards, 5 assists, 1.5 blocks. He had a great year for us. Roberson had 8, 4.5, 1.5 assists, and 1 block. Taj Gibson had 8, 5, and 1.5 blocks. Noel had 6, 7, and 1.5 blocks as well. Ursan Alsovi had 6, 3, and 1. CJ Watson had 6, 2, and 3. Bynum barely played, 1 rebound, and Steve Nash didn't play 1 game. 60 and 22, like I said, our offense was 8th best, but our defense was number 1 in the league. Look out, people. Here we go. Round number 1 against the 44 and 38 Atlanta Hawks. We take game 1. We take game 2, and we lose game 3 in a close one. Okay. We take game 4. We're up 3-1 in the series, and we finish off the Hawks in 5 games. In the second round, we're playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we take game 1. Game 2 goes to the Cavs. Series is tied at 1. Oh, the Cavs are up 2-1. Oh, my goodness. And we tied up at 2 games apiece. We're down 3-2. Are you kidding me? Okay, we're going to 7, people. Can we finish it off at home? And we beat the Cavs at home, playing the Chicago Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals. They went 54 and 28, but we take game 1 as well as game 2 and game 3. Are you kidding me? Bring out the brooms, and we sweep the Bulls. I don't believe it. And we're playing the Los Angeles Clippers, the 1 seed in the West in the NBA Finals. Oh my goodness, people. Let's go see who they have on their team. Did they make any changes prior to the season? They make changes during the season. Let's check their team out. Any changes at all? No, it's pretty much the same exact team as I saw before. Kevin Durant is going bonkers right now. Look at that, 28, 8, and 8. Are you kidding me? So here we go. Game number 1. They went 56 and 26. We went 60 and 22. We take game 1 in a nail biter. The Clippers take game 2. And we are up 2-1 in the series after 25-point blow. We're up 3-1. Can we finish off the Clippers at home? Let's go to Simcast and see how we do here. We're down early after the first quarter, but we make a little push there in the second quarter, and we take the lead. Oh, wow. A 41-point second quarter. Unbelievable. In the third quarter, we just continue to blow this game wide open, up by 30 points late in the fourth quarter. Are you kidding me? We just dismantled these Clippers in these NBA Finals here. Look at this. 123-86. 10 seconds to go. Marv Albert and the boys take it away.
10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The dish to Watson. Back to Noel. Parker with the steal. And they've done it. The new NBA champions. What a moment it is right now to see the team who played so well together enjoying, Clark, this NBA championship moment.
Well, Kevin, it's awesome to be here to witness what happened tonight.
And seeing this team come together over the course of the season and on into the playoffs, what a joy. I mean, there is no better champion the league could have asked for.
And a pleasure here at 2K Sports to be with you all season long. Good night, everyone. And just before the game, the championship ring is distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans. Aaron Gordon. MyCAREER. Walker. Anthony Davis.
Unbelievable. We won the NBA title in just the first season after my fantasy draft. Let me know what you guys thought about my draft. Who did I draft too high? Who should I have not drafted at all besides, Steve Nash and Andrew Bynum? But anyways, if you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Since this is only like a 1-year video, I'm thinking of making another video continuing this franchise, doing like a 5-year stretch of how many championships I could win in that time period. If you guys want to see that, definitely leave me a comment. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.